Okay, well, moving on, we'll now proceed to the three shareholder proposals. The full text of each of these proposals is set forth in the proxy statement, as well as the board's position on these proposals. The first of the three is a proposal submitted by the Free Enterprise Action Fund. I understand that Thomas Borelli is here to present the resolution on behalf of the shareholder, and I would like to invite him to do so if he so chooses. Mr. Borelli, are you here? Are you to make a proposal?
Sure, I just want an opportunity to shake Mr. Iger's hand. Good morning, Disney shareholders. I'm Tom Borelli, Portfolio Manager of the Free Enterprise Action Fund. The Walt Disney Company is suffering from the consequences of the recession. Our shares are selling for about $16 a share. About half of it was selling about 6 months ago. And just yesterday, a stock analyst downgraded the stock and reduced his 12-month price target to $12.50. During these challenging times, management should be aggressively seeking ways to maximize revenue and profits. Unfortunately, because CEO Bob Iger is putting politics before profits, shareholders are being denied an opportunity to benefit from DVD sales of the ABC miniseries, The Path to 9/11. Since its broadcast in September of 2006, Iger has refused to profit from this project despite its significant market potential. The Path to 9/11 received 7 Emmy nominations, had 25 million viewers over 2 nights, and it was highly ranked in the Nielsen ratings. The first night it was number 2, and on the second night it was number 1, meaning it was the most watched TV program in the country. Clearly, The Path to 9/11 is a valuable asset for shareholders. Not only has Iger decided that Disney will not sell the DVD, he will not, I repeat, not allow the sale of its distribution rights. Lionsgate was told the distribution rights were not available, and Disney has ignored repeated attempts by our company to negotiate the purchase of the miniseries distribution rights. Now, Disney can't complain the controversy surrounding The Path to 9/11 as a reason not to profit from the film. Disney established a precedent of profiting from the controversial products with Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11, a highly politicized documentary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. According to Slate, Disney booked a $46 million net profit, while it made Moore a stunning $21 million for the documentary. I believe Iger's personal political agenda is the motivating force behind Disney's failure to profit from the miniseries. Iger is a longtime contributor to the Democratic Party, and as we all know, leading Democratic politicians tried to suppress and censor the miniseries before its network premiere. At last year's shareholder meeting, Mr. Pepper told us the board of directors concurred with Iger's business decision not to sell the DVD. Yet the board's submission to Iger's whims raises serious issues surrounding its independence and its ability to work for the best interest of shareholders. Quite frankly, it's a puppet board, let's say Pinocchio board, with Mr. Iger pulling the strings. In addition to ignoring letters from our company, the board has showered Iger with a lavish compensation package. According to the AP, Iger's pay package is now valued at $51 million. In addition to his bonus and stock options, shareholders are paying for his health club membership, security services, and his annual physical exams, and let's not forget about the private jet. As we've painfully witnessed, stubborn, greedy CEOs and passive boards are a recipe for disaster. The lessons learned from Lehman Brothers, AIG, Citigroup, and others is the days of just trust us is over. Shareholders must demand transparency and accountability from Iger and the board, and the time is now. If you support Iger's decision not to pursue profits from the Path to 9/11 and think there's nothing to my claims, then just sit in your seats and just sit there. However, if you feel there's something wrong with Disney's refusal to profit from the Path to 9/11, then I urge you to stand up and ask a question and demand transparency. Now is your time. After this meeting, they get in the plane and they go back to their protective cocoon. Now is the time. If you write them a letter, they're not going to answer it. Now is the time. So I urge you to stand up and ask a question. For example, ask Mr. Iger to release the rejection letter Disney sent to Lionsgate. No, you're not shutting me down this time. Ask Iger why it was okay to profit from Fahrenheit 9/11 and not to pass the 9/11. Why is that allowable? Ask Mr. Pepper, who just tried to interrupt me, why we need to pay for Mr. Iger's health plan and his health club membership. I pay for mine. Why can't he pay for his? With his salary, my God, he should be able to afford it. Ask Pepper to release the board of directors minutes where it was decided to bury the past to 9/11. Shareholders, it's our company, and it's time for you to demand some answers. And I thank you for your time and your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Borelli. Mr. Borelli, let me respond to your comments. Let me begin by the one we did talk at the meeting last year, and that was the path to 9/11. You've heard Mr. Borelli talk about his feeling that we are missing an economic opportunity in bringing out the DVD. We had reviewed this issue as a board at least 2 occasions prior to our meeting last year and again after that. And I would just say to you as shareholders, obviously we're interested in making money in this company on DVD sales we can and would have here. It was after extensive analysis, an evaluation that we thought this would be a loser in terms of being able to make money. Mr. Borelli last year extended an offer which I hope still stands, which we would be very interested in seeing, and that was an indication that Lionsgate or some other distributor was willing to provide some significant money to do this. And we really have not heard anything back on that. All I can say to you is this was a matter based on an economic judgment of whether bringing that out in a DVD format was going to make any money. There are other aspects of Mr. Borelli's proposal with which we genuinely agree, and that is asking for transparency, an indication of what we do in terms of political contributions. We approach these things with great discipline. The company, as they support things, are interested in one thing, and that is public policy issues that we believe advance the mission of this company, not a particular candidate because of a partisan bias. Whether it be a Democrat or a Republican or something else. We have on this corporate responsibility report, which Bob talked about, the first real good discussion of what our principles are when it comes to political contributions. I'm holding here a card which you can get in the back of the room, which includes the URL for that report. And in that report, you will see a discussion of the principles that apply not only to political contributions, but to our relations to all other elements in the community. I would roundly recommend you go to it. It's really a great piece of work. It's a starting point, and we'll continue to look at what more transparency might be provided and valuable. We do think the details that are requested in this proposal are not ones that we should undertake. They're already available in other forms. For example, in the Federal Election Commission website provides the detail on every single gift that is being given by an individual and to whom. So that information is available. But the principles we follow regarding these contributions is what I want to emphasize, and I think they are the ones that you would support. Let me ask if there is any other discussion on this particular proposal.